Your voice, your vote. Right now, the race is on in Arizona as Democrats and Republicans rush to get out the vote. I had two guys at my door this morning, and the registration deadline is October 5th. Now, the parties agree on one thing. There's a clear choice between President Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden, and both parties are using the stark differences to try and galvanize their base. Our Carla Navarrete takes us on the ground as both sides went to work.
Republicans and Democrats have October 5th in their sights. That's the last day Arizona can register to vote.
We have like a little more than one full month to get people to register to vote. I mean, it's crunch time right now.
Both sides claim they have momentum. Republican organizers are motivated by a surge in registrations this past quarter, outpacing Democrats in new registered voters by 3,000. Democrats counter that year to date. They've registered 38,000 more voters than Republicans, including independents who declared as Democrats to vote in the presidential preference race. Registration is just part of the game. Now they need to get that voter to put a ballot in the mail starting October 7th.
So they're answering their phones at almost a triple rate than we have ever had before. And they're also having deeper, longer conversations and asking us questions.
Maritza Sign says they've doubled the number of volunteers not canvassing in person, instead making calls and distributing electronic information like this one. Since the 2018 midterm election in Maricopa County alone, 100,000 new Latino voters came of voting age.
And the Latino vote's very important only if there actually is a Latino vote.
Though Latino voters are challenging to motivate, Republicans see their potential too, canvassing Saturday morning in South Phoenix.
We're seeing a lot of good things that we want to continue having, and we let them know that promises were made and promises were kept.
Republicans say they have a winning message from President Trump that's not hard to sell.
It's been so interesting to me, both in my professional life and in my personal life, how many people who were not involved in politics, not interested in politics, they're doing a couple of things. A lot of them are buying guns and they're going to vote.
Republicans see guns and fear as powerful motivators. In his acceptance speech on Thursday, President Trump charged that Democrats are a threat to the Second Amendment. Vice President Pence Wednesday told the party base, quote, "You won't be safe in Joe Biden's America." The Republicans' so-called law and order approach is seen by critics as inciting fear over Black Lives Matter protests. This one in Gilbert Thursday brought out heavily armed counter-protesters.
Just a couple of the main points that we hear a lot about are law and order. People want order restored. They want peace in the streets.
Where Republicans see guns, Democrats see the long testing lines in Hispanic neighborhoods, believing the pandemic has exposed the true colors of inequality that divide in education, healthcare, and housing. Joseph Garcia is with the nonprofit Chicanos por la Causa.
We learned in this pandemic how our system, quite frankly, is broken when it comes to healthcare. It's not equal. School districts are not equal. There's some really good school districts and some really poor districts.
Clear choices, say both sides, and from now until Election Day, their focus is turning that choice into a vote. Carla Navarrete, ABC 15, Arizona.